Hey, it's Michael Bockert, and this week we tried to make some synthesizer sounds that I found in a book called Creating Sounds from Scratch. And I gotta say, I was kind of disappointed by the depth of the sound design. The book tells you how to make a couple bass sounds, and basically it boils down to layering like a sawtooth wave and a pulse wave, and then filtering it. We've already kind of done that. The book also has you making a pad sound. It was two pulse width waveforms, except one of them was detuned a little bit. So make the attack a little slower. We have a pretty cheesy accordion sound. I mean, boring. But you know, sometimes when life gives you moldy lemons, you pretend you didn't see it, cut off the mold, and you make lemonade anyway. So that's what we did this week with our song. I got two fun techniques out of these sound examples, even though I didn't like the sounds themselves. So if you play your sounds down really low, they sound horrible, right? And a funny concept, if you layer too many bass notes, it sounds like grumbles in the basement. Well, what if we just do way too many? Then you got a full party in the basement. You get some pretty crazy noise textures by just layering up basic waveforms on top of each other. Some of the examples called for monophonic sounds. So in Vital to control polyphony, it's down here, and you can set your voices to mono. So when you hit another key, instead of playing them both at the same time, it stops the first note you play and triggers the second note. But you can turn on glide so that way you kind of bend into the next note. Then Vital has these other settings to change the glide behavior a little differently. So when you're editing your MIDI, you can create intricate details on your synth lines by putting blips of notes here or there. So if I was like playing this note and I just like briefly just hit a note above or below. But since you're like using other notes to kind of like bend the pitch around, you know exactly where the pitch is going to land if you keep holding that note. So you can get these really precise pitch bends. And I feel like this would be useful, especially if you're playing in like micro tunings where it's like, the pitches aren't evenly spaced apart, but I know if I bend up and I use this MIDI note, it'll always hit the right note. So those are the techniques I got into this week. So check out the track I made using them.